This is Linda of Crisis King Forever. I wanted to come on and talk about a phenomenon that occurred last night. And as I was considering the fact I was fellowshipping and people were praying out loud, I became very conscious of something last night that I chose not to really address and just kind of put it in the back burner of my head because I didn't really want to think about it. But then a phenomenon occurred, and I thought, okay, so what is it that triggered this? Like, what is it that God was directly assisting me with or trying to bring my attention to? I'm always trying to figure out what the lesson is because it has to be very obvious. And I don't know, maybe this is, I'm for sure, I believe the message is for me because it felt very comforting. But I figured I'd share it because that's kind of the oath I kept, is that if anything directly were given to me, which I don't usually get on in an auditory fashion, so that's why this one's a bit harder of a video. Um, Also, I tried to forget about it today because I didn't want to do the video, and even though I was busy today, I was knee deep into doing something, and then the kind of words came back, like almost like I could not hear it, but it was like a memory, like a flashback. And I thought, okay, so I'm gonna have to do this video tonight. And what happened was, in the middle of the night, I woke up to what sounded like somebody standing right next to my bed, directly speaking to me directly, and it wasn't in my eardrums. I don't know if you've ever had this happen before, but it was literally in the auditory cortex within the temporal lobe. Like I could literally feel where the message was going in my brain. And I do believe the movement, I don't know if it was a chemistry movement or, something happening where I don't know how God does what he does, but it sounded kind of robotic a little bit, tiny bit, and it sounded slightly female. And it seems very direct and very clear as day, like crystal clear. And it said, hold on, hold on. But I said it one time. And I could literally feel this message, like as I woke up, my eyes popped open and I heard it inside of my brain. I know it sounds really crazy, but I also felt confirmation because I needed confirmation because I need to make sure it's this is logical. So God knows me and he knows like I'm not just going to take some auditory voice because that's what's crazy. I actually felt movement in that side of my brain. And when I woke up, because I was so tired, I actually fell right back to sleep because it's like message received, and I went to bed because I was so tired. And then I woke up and Googled it almost right away. And that area where I felt the pressure, the movement, the kind of like the opening up and closing, was it felt like air moving, which I mean, if you want to say I'm an airhead, fine, but a bubble felt like a bubble moving or something. I know it sounds crazy, and it said, "Hold on." I went to sleep, woke up, looked up where that is located in the brain that you would receive messages and information. It's right where I felt it. Um, I told you where it is. It's the auditory cortex and the temporal lobe. And I decided to share it because I feel like maybe it's not just for me. But I also wanted to think about the way in which I pray. And sometimes it is a verbal, like a conversation. Not so much one sided, it's more like me stating my case and then waiting for the response through synchronicities, meaning God answering that question through life itself, things being repeated. Um, it's hard to explain it. God only speaks to you a very particular way because he understands your perception of reality, but he speaks to me differently. Um, some people are numbers based, so he'll speak through numbers for you, but some people are visual. And for me, also, I noticed that maybe the reason why I'm not a very good person with praying out loud is because it feels very like a format, and it doesn't have the feeling that I get when I pray. I'm always relating, which is interesting because I think God told me this first. I had this vision where, not a vision. I was sleeping. I had a dream. I won't call it a vision. Visions are things you have when you're awake, but I had a dream where I was in darkness and I heard beautiful music playing, and then I saw something projected upon, like blue light projected upon smoke, and it showed mysteries that revealed every question I ever asked since I was really little. And like the very first question I asked, he answered, and he answered all in the right order. And none of it was really that mysterious once he revealed it. He just revealed it was man behind it, or these things that answers that were very simple. But people just make things mysterious when they're really not. And the end game of what he was teaching me in that, especially through the parts of my life where there was only music, but the music got really beautiful, but there was real great darkness, and it was when I was an atheist. And then all of a sudden the questions that I asked the night before, of questions up until the night I had asked before, were revealed that he was actually going in an order where I stopped talking to him, and he revealed that there was a time where you didn't talk to me, and I remember when you stopped talking to me, and I loved you more through that time. And that was the message he gave, is that he is the greatest mystery. That was the whole message. And he did it with beautiful music. And I promised to not write it down because I had a better, grasp on notes, music notes back then. It was like 20 years ago. And I woke up, I grabbed a pen and paper, and I was going to write down the music because it was so pretty. I could literally make out just a few simple notes, but there were many instruments playing. And then I had to stop because I remembered I'm not supposed to put that into this place. That was a secret. That's only like it was like the song of my soul. And I think what God was revealing to me is that my favorite way to pray, and usually when I'm at my saddest, darkest, is in song. And so last night when I was praying, the song that came to mind, and this is the thing, I could hear the first few lyrics of it, and I could feel the music of it. And it is absolutely a song. It's by Damien Rice. It's so crazy. I know this is crazy to admit this, but then I fill in the blanks. There are certain lyrics I like and I'll use, and then there are other things I'll fill in the blanks. And I don't know how to explain that, but it's just as I'm telling God how I feel through emotions and feelings, and sometimes through memories, and like I don't feel like I have to say it. I don't know if you'd call that a groaning of the spirit, but um, what I was conveying to God is what He said about suffering is true. Like, we're not going to escape suffering, it is promised. But what it's revealing is this is the dark side of the story, right? There's a light side of the story, there's the coin, the other side of the coin. And I'm getting the dark side now, but there'll be the light side on the other side of this. So the more that's revealed, the more it's like, okay, well, why am I still here? Anyway, so that was just my confirming with him, was like, and so it is, just like you said it would be. You know, not the best side of the story, sad side, not the good side, the suffering side, the nobody understands side, the um, ostracized, nothing, nobody side of the story. And I'm actually quite cool with it. It's not like a tea party or a pity party or nothing like that. It's just like you told the truth, and I thought I was strong enough not to care. That kind of hurts. Kind of hurts. You told me people are liars. You told me they're going to deceive you, and it's only because people don't like him and don't like the truth. You told me if the world leaders were all lined up and he were a choice, they wouldn't choose him. You told me that. You told me the truth is despised in this place. And even people who tell the truth, sometimes they do it because they'll give them the things they need. And even though one serves God well, sometimes we don't always even get the basics. And you know, maybe that's all relative. Maybe it's because I expect too much, or my expectations are too high, or basic things are more expensive than they used to be. I don't really know, but there are just some things in life I'm just know I'm never going to figure out, and I just don't know if I want to hang out here figuring this out, that I'm not going to ever figure it out. At some point it just becomes so repetitive that I just start thinking, what is this all about really? Like, what is the agenda? Like, I get it, I understand. Now, can I go? Like, this is ghetto. Can I go? This isn't where I'm supposed to be. Can I go? It's like the same thing every single day. Can I go? Can I go? Can I go? And that's the state of mind I was in. And that was what I got. I got, hold on. So that's the message I'm sharing today. Not really organized, not really maybe even other people centered. It's me centered. But that's the message today. This is Linda of Christ. This is King forever. May God be with you.